Because we got a lot of requests for this.
This is like I don't know, there must have been like 50 requests for this movie. Considering how very happy with the response to Snatch and to Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, the people have spoken! And therefore...
And we listened, so we are watching The Gentleman.
While we're watching The Gentleman, the good thing about this is neither I nor you have seen this.
Very true.
So this is the rare occasion where I haven't seen a film that we're watching. That also works as our disclaimer that we always do nowadays because of the weasels. I did see a clip of this where Collin Farrell is confronting some youths, but that's the only clip I've ever seen. But it does look interesting, and it's Guy Ritchie, so
can't go wrong. I hope not.
Hopefully not. Well, he's able to pull a pretty significant cast in this. I do mean Collin Farrell's one of them, and then the guy from Sons of Anarchy, I always forget his name. Oh, Matt McConaughey. Okay, yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah. So
is he playing an English person, or is he playing a Texan like always?
No, I don't think McConaughey can do accents except Texas. No, there's no way. I mean, he's a great actor. I just don't know if he's an accent guy. Plus, I think people pay to see or hear McConaughey at this point talk like McConaughey.
Yeah. I have nothing to say about it because I haven't seen it, so we might as well just jump right in this mofo.
Yeah.
If you wish to be the king of the jungle, it's not enough to act like a king. You must be the king. Because doubt causes chaos and one's own demise.
Well, that was an interesting switch from voiceover to...
9 o'clock, you and I, River Cafe. Who's there?
Roz, who's there?
Holy shit. Just like that, okay. And we're off.
Ching, ching.
Ooh, that's terrifying. Who's my house?
Buenos tardes, Raimundo. I was just hoping we could have a cozy little drink together. As the best private investigator in this smoky little town, they are ready to put 150 grand in my pocket. So Big Dave has developed a terrible antipathy for your boss. There will be blood and feathers everywhere, my darling.
Do it, Fletcher.
If you would be so kind as to furnish me with 20 million British pounds, I will give you everything.
Thank God you're not greedy, Fletcher, you deluded shit-eating.
I like it when you talk dirty to me. I'm going to tell you a story to demonstrate why my quote is my quote.
Ooh, that's a great effect.
Old school 35mm.
Cool.
Roll camera. Enter our protagonist. American-born Rhodes Scholar. He found his vocation. He's a bad boy. He starts dealing the dirty wonderweed. Cunning and quick, charismatic and smart. He had an engine under his hood and a gun. Well, that was the early days. He's console. He wanted to cash in his chips and get out of the game. Smash cut, please, to interior.
That's great.
Matthew Berger. So these two have met before, but now they're ready for the big one.
Michael, I'm looking forward to doing business together.
So what do you think?
I'm not sure.
It's looking good, Ray.
I'm impressed with what you've done with your enterprise. I can't work out how you do it. How does anyone grow 50 tons of super skunk without letting anyone else know how they do it?
Bottom line is, I'll sell it to you for 400 million.
What would it be worth to have the power to be able to pull the plug on an operation like that? A greedy man would want half the sale price, but a smart man would know that 20 million pounds was just about uncomfortable enough to make everyone feel comfortable. The odious Yankee gangster, we're gonna bury you. This is yours, Fletcher. I need a man with your creativity, with your nose. Now, you know you're my favourite bloodhound. He wants to ruin him. I am here to do you a favour.
So why has Big Dave got it in for my boss?
Dave, Daily Print.
Yes.
Turns out Dave had gone after one of Mickey's lords, snubbed him in front of a crowd that Dave could only wish he belonged to. You know, lords and ladies.
Who's that?
Well, he might just as well have pulled Dave's off his balloon. He wants Mickey's blood, and he would be getting it too. So what is Mickey's unique method?
Toffs, aristocrats, dukes, duchesses, lords, and ladies. Lots of land and fuck all dough. You must remember that cash is very persuasive. And every time you inherit a fortune, you lose half to the state. So this is my moment to swoop in like a guardian angel and offer my services so they can keep their houses in order. 12 sites, 12 farms.
Interesting.
That's it. If it's as discreet and as lucrative as you claim it is, I'll buy the whole business.
If you were standing on my bush, you wouldn't know it. As a matter of fact,
Hiding in plain sight, right?
standing on my bush.
Delightful tool shed for $400 million. Is the ball peen hammer included?
Of course it is.
Yay for secret entrances. I mean, come on. Never gets old. Wow. Did he say he had 12 of these?
And when this little piggy goes to legal market, and you can own them all. Yes, it's a win-win, no matter how you look at it. You and I both know that 400 million is a fair to generous asking price. £500 billion annually. Weed White Widow Super Cheese. It's the new gold rush.
White Widow Super Cheese. Yep.
This is.
You heard it as same as I did.
Why don't you keep it?
Retirement doesn't sound so bad. Long raising some cubs. I've earned it.
Let us turn to our antagonist.
Doesn't sound like the dry eye I know. If you're thinking of smoking that in here, don't.
I find that confusing. Do you mean don't smoke or don't think?
He's a little testy about his,
It's a nice house.
What's having a nice scotch and not having a cigar? I mean, come on. It's hand in hand. Gaudy ass car.
Look at those heels. Jesus.
Red bottoms.
Yeah, Louboutins.
Go on then. Put the kettle on.
Is that in every one of his movies? Somebody says that.
Probably.
You'll have to do this elegantly, love. If word spreads that you're getting out, that could read as weakness. And if you smell smoke, it's because there's a fire. So you're gonna have to stamp that out without any gentrification.
I fucking love you, babe.
Of course you do.
What I fail to recognize is why Michael should be motivated to write you a check for 20 million.
As they say in a film game, I'm laying pipe.
Do they say that in the film?
Is any chance of a steak?
Got a bit of Wagyu in the freezer as it happens.
Oh, I never had Wagyu.
They're just gonna have a nice evening.
Oh, fuck
Scotch,
me.
cigars, and
Wagyu beef.
yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's that.
32 LS engines? You got all these parts in a 40-foot container?
Yeah.
So how much?
Oh, no charge.
Okay, so what's the price?
I meet with your husband.
Oh, f*** off.
It's in his interest.
Beautiful push in.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking the time to see me, Michael.
I only took this meeting because Roz asked me to. Make sure to never approach her like that again.
I meant no disrespect.
Well, he felt it. He felt disrespected.
How can I help?
I hear you were getting out of the game, and I would like you to consider an offer.
Not a discussion for the two of us. Unlike the salt and pepper, it's not on the table.
Ooh, unlike the salt and pepper, let's say clever.
Cash.
I am not for sale. And even if I was, you're several zeros short. But to me, it just looks rude at breakfast.
You're out of touch. You're forgetting the laws of the jungle, looking down on me.
You just came into his house, though. And you asked for the meeting, bro.
And when the silverback's got more silver than back, you best move on before he gets moved on. It's not dignified.
Rude? That's a lot of balls. You gonna walk into somebody else's house and try to basically threaten them?
And this? Oh, this is a big f***ing gun.
Yes.
Eyes not so dry now, are they?
Wow.
Talking to me about the laws of the jungle. What was it? There's only one rule in this f***ing jungle. When the lion's hungry, he eats.
That's not how Michael works.
Yeah, I know. Every movie needs a bit of action, doesn't it?
It's been gentrified.
Here's my
Ooh, and they rewind?
Let me share a little fable with you. There once was a young and foolish dragon who came to ask a wise and cunning lion about acquiring his territory. But the dragon couldn't understand what fuck off meant, so he persisted. So the lion took the little dragon for a walk and put 5 bullets in his little dragon head. End of story.
Wow.
I think your time's up, chaps.
You should reconsider. In the meantime, fuck off.
Yes, it went very well. Do you want the top or the bottom?
Perfect.
Bottom place, darling. Yeah, things started to unravel after that meeting, didn't it?
I mean, they're so well hidden. How somebody had to rat them out.
My days.
That seems a little too convenient.
Yeah, they weren't joking.
Who the fuck are you lot?
Yeah, you're gonna be proper fucked.
Hey, Cesar! Fancy a row? Who are these jokers? They want our gear.
They're just casually like, you're in their house. Yep, there you go.
Picnic. Any more rabbits
Nice.
in that, Warren?
You lads fancy a warm up?
Boss, let me get 2 burgers on the stove.
Why does it smell of wee in here? Don't stand near me, son. You got your mouthwash muddled up with cat piss. Take 2 steps back and wait your turn.
Fuck off, old man. I'll wet you.
The only thing you can wet's your underpants, son. Now, back 2 steps.
You're up,
Have fun.
What you doing?
Nope.
You're gonna stab trigger. Don't, dance. What are you, like a 4 Tops tribute act or something? The 4 skins! The Redskins! Whoa, here come the Indians! Putting the gay back in Marvin Gaye. I'm on fire over here, lads. Come on, I need some back and forth. Come on, what do you got for me? Now make it quick. Make it funny.
You!
Jeez, that's
Oh, that was weak.
No, not that. Go again. Make it sharp. Cut me with it.
Do him, lad! Keep doing it! I'm fucking doing it!
Come on.
Oh, shit! Come on, then, you dickhead! Get back to where? Ah! My eyes!
You are embarrassing yourself here, lads. Grown-ups fight with their heads. That's where the real battle is. Up here, in the grey. Now wake up, lads. Life's quick, you're slow. Life's hard in the bone top. Come on down the gym, we'll see what we can do with you.
Hang on, are you the coach?
Coach, it's Ernie.
She's the f***ing coach, bro!
No respect. The youngins, no
We're on the
respect.
belly, and we're going to include you. Because you're our mentor.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't like the sound of it. Listen to me now, Ernie. Walk away.
It's too late. We're at the gym now, unloading the van.
You took my van. Be back in 10 minutes.
Rob the wrong person.
We're picking up your plants, not 10 or 12.
That's clever.
Why are we watching fight porn, Ray?
Because it's fight porn at one of my farms.
This is very bold.
Benny, put down that box of scorpions.
Nice long shot.
What
What the f did you do to your nose? You have a fight in a week, man.
Is
that what I think it is?
Yeah.
Tell me you didn't put that fight porn online.
Gone intergalactic.
What was I thinking? Leaving you kids alone unsupervised. Take it down.
I've got to say, I was impressed. The way they fought, they're on point, Governor.
Doesn't feel like a coincidence, does it?
This fuckery foot.
There's fuckery afoot.
And who would be bold enough to make such a move? Especially to film it all and then post it all online.
I hear you might have had a little trouble.
No trouble at all.
So we brought you a token. It's a paperweight.
Looks like a gun. Means I'm going to have to close shop.
Now Mickey looks after the toffs. There's only one thing that needs more looking after than a toff, and that is a toff's offspring. This is how Big Dave is going to bring Mickey down, by using and abusing Lord Pressfield's much beloved child.
The famous and talented Laura, all self-hate and arm, has fallen for this power Noel smacked out dark charm, and I want the lot of them. As royals, unbridled by distracted parents too busy skiing on a Swiss house to notice and too stupid to care.
You're good at this, boss.
Yeah, I know what I'm good at, Amy.
Fuck off.
All looked after by Mickey Pearson. I like it.
We miss her terribly, Mickey. I failed as a parent.
It sounds as though Laura fell in with the wrong crowd at a time when she was particularly vulnerable.
So you'll help us?
Let me see what I can do. They've asked us to find her and bring her home.
I know where she is, and I don't like it. I'd rather we didn't get involved.
They keep going back to these single long shots. It's really nice.
Can't control me. What if she doesn't want to come? It's going to get messy.
You're still doing it. This is where you step on stage and set the dominoes flying everywhere.
Meaning what?
I love how they're doing this. They cut back into the scene off of one thing he says.
Buenos dias.
Wrong door. How can I help you, officer?
I'm not the police.
No.
There she was, boys and girls.
He didn't even find a chair. He just... the floor is fine.
We will be gone in a few moments.
No, you'll be gone before then. Get the f out now.
Sit down, Power.
How do you know my name?
I know all your names. Apart from that little anomaly. I know you're. Now sit.
That's absolutely brilliant.
I work for a man.
Michael Pearson.
10 points to you, Laura.
Big dick swinger.
What is your name, young man?
Aslan.
Your father's asked us to bring you home.
She's not going anywhere.
God, shut up, bro.
What are you benching these days?
3 wheels aside.
What about you, Brown?
What do you
What can I lift?
You couldn't lift a wheel of cheese, you can't. Some Barry White. Candles around the bath and put your finger in the missus.
I'm lost. Am I in the bath with Barry White's finger in my missus?
You were lost long before Barry White walked in. All you lot choose squalor, drowning in your liberal white guilt.
Sorry, what am I guilty of?
Being a c***, Brown. Back to you, Laura. Do your mum and dad a favour and try the impossible. Make yourself happy.
All right.
All right, fantastic. Will you help Laura with the things, please?
It's a shithole anyway.
Please, wait!
Touch me again, I'll cut your fucking arm off.
Keep your puff. Buy yourself a sticky book and a packet of sweets. Off, lads.
This is definitely. Oh no!
Bought you a gun. That's a nice little gift. 5 years imprisonment in one little box.
That's a paperweight.
Along with a family of 6 baby bullets.
Laura Pressfield has been returned home safely.
But the other kid.
What else?
One of her associates had an accident.
Is he gonna line him up?
Sounds like quite an extreme accident.
No, it was the gravity that killed him.
Who was it? Russian kid. That doesn't sound good.
Nothing was recorded. We left it clean. Body.
Oh!
They went to schools, expensive schools. Their parents have money, lots of money.
Russian mob.
Shit. What's that young man doing? Is he looking for something on the floor?
You're gonna need those phones.
Clean that up!
Such a great running track shot. That's a young lad. Let's see if you can keep up, because he's definitely...
He looks a little winded.
Yeah.
You couldn't lock up a phone, you easy, lads. I'm sure you're all road men, gangsters, proper naughty boys, and all that bollocks. But I come in peace. I'm not trying to steal it, I'm trying to buy it. Honest money. What this for? How much? Full bag, and I'll be gone.
How about you give us that bag and be gone anyway?
You could have just taken the money and given the phone.
Stop f***ing around. Give me the phone and take the money.
Drop the money and run, boy.
Right.
He doesn't want to do this. Yep.
Now, put the phone on the ground.
He just brought a knife to a gunfight. Also, the perfect music in the background. Nice little Wu-Tang. They're all, yeah, of course. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Phone.
Can I go home now?
Of course you can, darling.
Is there a problem here, Ray?
Is there a problem here, Fletcher? I see no problem at all.
You damn right you did.
Who the f*** is Mickey Pearson?
He runs the bush game. You don't want to step on his toes.
Ernie. Did you get that Chinese fella's name?
Fuck, like fat with a PH. Why aren't you training your black cunt? I'm on my own here.
Did he just call me a black cunt?
Yes, he did.
You can't do that. That's racist.
But you are black and you are the cunt, Ernie. Those are the facts. I don't think anyone cares what...
The fact that I'm black has nothing to do with the fact I'm a cunt.
He didn't say black people were cunts, Ernie. He was being specific to you. One has nothing to do with the other. And I'd go a step further, if I'm not mistaken, and say it was a term of familiar affection.
Prime time's a gypsy. I won't call him a pikey cunt.
Why not? He might be very understanding. Only if it comes from a place of love, of course. Now, I need that Chinese geezer's address.
Found out whose weed we took.
And now you f***ing tell me! Just tell me his name is Mickey Pearson.
Blimey, coach, you're a gypsy too.
I gather you're the consigliere of the outfit that my boys were stupid enough to fuck around with. And on that note, I'd like to extend my apologies.
Great shot.
My boys, they're
what is that
naive.
through?
They've had hard lives and they're just starting to come good, but they're my lads. My responsibility. So it's me that should be accountable for their actions. Now, I can return your goods, but I can't return the inconvenience. And so I offer you my loyalty, my word, my time, until that debt is settled.
Not a bad
Just
offer.
leave me lads alone.
I'm gonna need to know how your lads got the information about where our farm was sited.
His name is Fahok, but it's spelled with a PH, so it sounds like Fahok. yeah, something like that. Yeah, anyway, he's the kid that gave us the skunk farm job. Do you know?
Such a great shot again. Like, I love it. It's classic.
How did you know the location?
I've been training you for months.
All right, Fahok, conda Fahok. Down.
Here, steady yourself.
Fuck's sake.
Oh!
You need to invest in some parrots.
Dry eyes, man.
You mean Lord George's man?
Could just be dry eyes doing.
I'm going to take care of this one myself. Lord George?
Mr. Pearson, what about tea?
Well, that too is vice. Caffeine is a drug, don't you know?
So is that what you're here to talk to me about?
Sweet Mary Jane is my vice of choice, as you well know. I specifically chose to deal in marijuana. You see, my jam, it doesn't kill anyone, and I like that.
Yet your consigliere keeps killing a lot of people.
So why the f*** are you here?
What the fuck?
You're starting a war with me, George.
I don't f*** around with Pop.
You send your man dry eye around my place to see if he can buy my business and be followed for months.
Yeah, you crossed the line.
What the f*** were you thinking? You raided one of my locations. What the f*** were you thinking?
Bye. Well, that shit's very flammable.
Should you attempt to threaten my position again, I will be forced to accept your call to arms. Do you understand? Good. I can see you're feeling somewhat under the weather. It's because I spiked your tea with a nasty little parasitic genus called Shigella. Left unattended, you will shit yourself to death. I suggest taking 2 of these fizzy biscuits. You'll be fine in an hour or 2. I can get you anywhere.
Did you raid Mickey Pearson's farm?
No.
So you're telling me that did this behind your back?
He didn't do it in front of it. Did it without my blessing.
But you did go behind my back and offer to buy his business.
Yeah, I did.
There comes a point where the young succeed the old. Don't push me.
Someone killed Lord George. Does that arouse your interest, Raymond?
So Matthew knows Dry Eye.
But I filmed it, had it lip read, translated and transcribed. You play Dry Eye, I will be Matthew.
Still keeping with the movie motif. I love it.
And action.
There was an incident. Lord George didn't come through it.
Last thing you need to do is attract any octopus.
Octopus? What does that mean?
Just go with it and fill in the blanks. That is not a smart move.
Don't tell me what a smart move is. There will be repercussions for Michael's actions.
Don't stroke my mouse hair. Don't jeopardise my deal, but I admit that one's a bit of a googly.
This is how it's gonna play out. You're gonna back the f off, and I'm gonna take it all.
They're not just mahjong partners, are they?
Sorry.
I trust you will make Michael Pearson pay for this. You are that dragon head now.
So Dry Eye got the upgrade he was after, didn't he, Raymond?
We're back to the pickled eggs.
9 o'clock. I'll be there. We're closed.
Hang the fucking phone up.
Who's there?
What are you doing here, Dry Eye?
Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened next because you two managed to give me the slip.
You were there.
Of course I was there.
Just watch the rock.
You're gonna come with me until I can resolve all these issues with your husband.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, what a shot.
That was impressive.
You either come with me or Tony here. He's gonna make you come with me.
It's not your position for Tony to do anything other than to f off back from whence he came.
Is that a paperweight?
Turns out anything with weight can be a paperweight.
Well, what are you gonna do with it?
Or I'm going to shoot Fat Tony right between the eyes. You see, this gun's only got 2 bullets, so I'm not going to f about illustrating its significance. Listen to me, you take 1 step forward, it'll be the last step you ever take.
Tony, get on it.
Pop gun. It's enough to go in, won't go out. It's in his brain still.
Yep, there you go.
I f***ing dare you.
I guess that's your 2 bullets, eh?
Oh, he's gonna rape her too. Jeez.
Hello, babe.
Yeah, bro.
That's a problem for you.
Big problem for you.
Hello, love. Matthew. He's going to need some people to run his business here when he buys it from Michael, right? So why didn't he ask you, Raymond? He already had someone earmarked for the role. He promised Dry Eye the job, but only if Dry Eye helped drive down the price of Mickey's business. Matthew, who told Dry Eye the location of Mickey's farm. It was Matthew who set this whole train of events off. But what he did not plan on, you see, was Dry Eye killing Lord George. Now, Dry Eye does not want to be subservient to Matthew anymore. Doesn't want to be subservient to anyone.
This is how it's gonna play out. You're gonna back the f off, and I'm gonna take it all.
Little Dragon needed a gentle reminder of who was really running things.
I'll tell you how this plays out. My Mossad crabs will eat you.
And this, my love, is why I want my hard-earned £20 million. The very man he's trying to sell it to is trying to force him into selling it on the cheap.
I'm impressed.
Thank you very much. So you've got 72 hours, and I would just reiterate that if anything happens to me, I do have my insurance policy in place. Strong recommendation, just pay out.
Well then, now out of my house, because I'm going to bed.
Can I come with you?
No, but you can go smoke the exhaust pipe in the back of your hearse.
I might come anyway. You just hear me scratching about in the dark, wanking into a hanky.
Yeah, this whole time he's been just dropping all kinds of sexual innuendos though, so.
I'm gone.
He's just left. He thinks he's very clever.
Oh, and the plot continues to thicken.
We'll be gone in a minute.
We're not newspaper, we're a blood sport. Oi, Ross! Move the van!
I'm on it, boss. Move it in a minute.
Oi, Spunk Bubble, get rid of the f***ing van.
Spunk Bubble. All right, you're about to
I'm warning you, Russ does karate.
Careful,
I'm guessing Russ does not do karate.
Russ does karate.
You know what's good for
Ross, time to go home.
Get in the car.
He doesn't pay you enough.
Sorry,
he
boss.
doesn't pay you enough, Russ.
I'm only a blue belt.
I'm warning you, I'm fucking powerful.
Why don't you tell us all about it in the back of the van?
No!
You're definitely going.
You're all right, Big Dave.
Oh, that's
You're in
clever.
safe hands
That's
now.
great.
No need to panic. Now, I believe you're a reporter, and there's something I want to report to you. I found my way into the film business, and last night I made a film with an impressively sized farmyard pig. So my wife's there over your shoulder. Your clothes are neatly folded there on the bench. You're going to press the space bar on this computer, and you're going to witness your participation in said film. Now, that little drug we gave you last night really loosened up your inhibitions, man. The only thing you need to do to stop this little creative expression from becoming a social media sensation is lose any interest you have in the future in Mickey Pearson. I'm going to leave you now to clean yourself up. Space bar, yeah? Have a hot drink as well. It might make you feel a little bit better.
A rough night. The animation is unnecessary, but just so necessary.
Good Lord.
I mean, I was there and I'm still shocked.
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah, certainly is.
You can't unsee it once you've seen it, can you?
No, you can't unsee it. It's nightmare fuel. That'll be with me forever.
Nightmare fuel.
I was there and I can hardly see it.
I've got one more thing I need you to do.
I'm not a gangster. I've been forced to do some gangster things. That's okay. I'm not the gift that keeps on giving. So with the greatest respect, I'll do this one last thing for you, and then that's it.
His little crew are effective, though.
Yeah?
Thank you for the grand tour. I'm a believer. Now, are we ready to finalize the numbers?
We already have.
The market's changed.
How so?
The value of all those locations were compromised, and this obviously affects the price. I calculate what was worth $400 million a month ago must now be valued at an anemic 130.
Ooh, really?
I can pay you $100 million today. It's a good offer, and it's real. And I'll do this because I'm your friend.
Only you made one mistake. You seem to have mistaken me for some kind of a cunt. Let me introduce you to the first domino. I take it with that statement you are in denial of so said relationship with this frozen.
I don't have relationships with dead frozen.
Best not to be glib at this time in the proceedings, Matthew.
I do not know that man.
I'll tell you how this plays out.
Yeah.
You will drown.
It's nothing personal.
And while I am not emotional about the money, there is a price indebted to me. 400 minus 130 is $270 million. And I'm keeping the business while you are getting in the freezer. And you will make that transaction if you want to get out of the freezer. It is 25 below zero in there, so I assume you'll last about an hour. Frostbite is very expensive on the fingers and toes, so I would type as quickly as possible while you have the use of them. After you've tended to that indiscretion, you can then deal with the next consequence of your short-sightedness. I am not emotional about the money, but I am emotional about the fact that someone laid their hands on my wife.
Yup. Yep.
My wife!
Yup.
For that, I'll be pound of flesh.
Pound of flesh.
Penny short or a gram shy, that freezer door does not open.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your mysterious and slightly menacing friend? Where's my money, Raymond?
There's your payment.
Thank you, mysterious stranger. Well, that's disappointing, because that doesn't look like £20 million.
It's more interesting than that. Your insurance policy, all the photos, all the bodies, all the skeletons, all the filth.
Not the only one, darling. I'm not a mong.
What you think's in that? You need you.
Of course we're aware of what Matthew was up to. I've been on to you for a long time, Fletcher. Very similar our jobs. Only I'm better at it than you are.
Ooh.
I knew when you came over that night that you'd only be there for half an hour to tell me how clever you are and try to blackmail us. I also knew you couldn't resist a £1,500 single malt and £80 Wagyu steak and a state-of-the-art smokeless Barbie. It took us a while to find your insurance policies. Because you're a naughty squirrel, Fletcher. It was made a lot easier after I planted a tracker in your shoe.
Ooh, clever.
You're never gonna be a predator with us, Fletcher. You're always gonna be prey.
3 strikes, we're good, right?
I'll see you around.
The greatest respect, I hope not.
It wasn't Lord George that was after Mickey, or Dry Eye, or Matthew. Do you want to know who it was? Got photos.
Right, you've got 30 seconds.
Thank you, darling.
Prime time, what is it, son?
We're going to take care of this for you. Ernie's got a plan.
What are you talking about?
The Michael situation. We're going to sort it.
Jesus.
Now, you remember Aslan, don't you? Well, this is Aslan Sr., Russian oligarch, ex-KGB. Extremely sad that his one and only son fell out of a window.
Oh, shit!
And I fear that where they failed before Raymond, they're not going to fail again.
How do you know all this?
Because someone told them everything they want to know about Michael, and that someone is me. So I said I'd tell them where Michael was for a price. And then when they messed up the first time, I had a little rethink. Which was when I came to see you after the event. Get paid again, double bubble. But you and your mysterious friend put pay to that, so well done you. The Russians are going to clean house, and you are part of that house, Raymond. And they are coming here. By telling you, I've saved your lives, which I think in turn saves mine, doesn't it? Don't fuck.
Dave?
No, Dave.
Ooh.
Misery, retribution.
Ooh.
My spirit's broken.
So the toddlers spray the car with bullets. Smash cut to black. Titles.
What happened to Michael? I need an ending.
What you need is a sequel. Think about that. Got a plane to catch.
So it's Heathrow Airport, please.
To sunny California.
Buenas tardes.
Raymond, a man of many vocations, aren't you?
Now, I want you to play a game with me, Fletcher.
He's got Fletcher.
If you wish to be the king of the jungle, it's not enough to act like a king. You must be the king. My queen told me that.
That was a romp.
That was a romp. You know, I missed the pace of Snatch. It's definitely like a little bit more of a sort of slower pace. But yeah, you know, it has all the components of kind of, you know, these separate storylines. It didn't have like the moment where they all kind of come together in the same way that like a Snatch did or Lock, Stock, and Smoking Barrels did, but I don't mind that. I mean, that device can get old after a while. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's Russians, there's Chinese, there's Collin Farrell's boxing kids, there's like the drug factories, there's Matthew
rival
McConaughey.
guy, yeah.
And I'm actually surprised at how good a villain Matthew McConaughey plays in a way. I mean, I guess he's the villain, but he's also kind of the protagonist in a way. You know, a pretty ruthless drug lord, I guess you would call him.
I would say he plays it by the book, and he's really smart. He gives people a fair chance, and then people
when people screw with him. Yeah, I'm just saying that, like,
Yeah.
you know, he's in his own way, like, you know, I always think of Matthew McConaughey. He's always like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, he's that guy.
He's definitely that guy.
It's
He's
like, this
definitely that
guy's a
guy.
little more, you know, dangerous. Charlie Hunnam's character, I really like him a lot.
great.
Colin Farrell's the best piece of this. He's the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
To me.
And we don't even meet him until...
I'm glad there's only little bits and bobs. Yeah, he's like halfway through the film. He
Halfway
doesn't
through
show
the
up,
film.
but it's just a little bit of him. It's like little pieces of him. Maybe in a way, he's kind of like Bullet Tooth Tony of this film.
Yeah.
I would love to actually have a movie about Colin Farrell's people. You know, that's like kind of interesting. All these kids and
Well, he talks about how he's done gangster things before.
Yeah.
And so he's had to for choice. I did more than I needed to
and
do.
then he's like 4.
Yeah, he's like, that's 4.
You know that like he's gonna end up working for that guy forever.
Yeah.
Hugh Grant was really good, and I guess Hugh Grant's kind of the villain, isn't he?
Hugh Grant's the villain, but what I also like about Hugh Grant is that, like, you realize the man just got, like, out of a 100-page script, like 30 to 50 pages was just him.
He definitely plays that character really, really well.
Like, usually he's like a businessman in a romantic comedy who...
But like clever.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
you know,
But
I mean, he's clever in this, but in a sleazy way.
Yeah.
He's charming. He's always charming.
Always charming.
He's got some charm, but it's so buried under all the layers of gross.
Yeah.
That it's hard to see. Well, what do you give this on a scale of 1 to 5 and 1 to 5 only?
It's going to be a little bit lower, so I'll do it like an 8.5 because it's really good. It's really tight. I'm making a kind of a comparison of like, who did it better?
I gave Snatch, what, an 18? I would say maybe an 11. I think that's a good, fair result.
It is fair result. Hey guys, thank you for joining us. We're going to probably continue. Are we continuing with Crime and Punishment? We don't know.
Well, with Crime and Punishment, probably for sure for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's kind of Crime and Punishment.
No, this is still Crime and Punishment, but I'm saying we'll stay here for a while.
Whether we go for more English stuff or we start heading back to the Americas, who can tell?
We've got options.
Who knows? Maybe we go to Japan and start visiting the Yakuza.
There we go.
You know, anything's possible.
Oh, you can like, subscribe, hit
yeah,
up our
you can do
Patreon,
this,
socials, boop, all that there.
Yeah. We did have a new Patreon subscriber the other day, which was nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Anyway.
We will see you on the next one back here on the couch. Thanks for joining us. We out.
Madness.